And part of that financial impact is on the hospital bills or the insurance coverage. Now, we know that the IRDA, or the insurance regulator, had instructed all insurance companies that they are to, without any sort of exception, cover any claim that comes from a patient who is COVID positive and needed treatment. Are they following that instruction in the spirit of it, not just the letter of it? Because insurance companies are actually excellent at finding that small loophole that allows them to turn down a claim. So if you are live with us right now, and I hope you are, leave us questions and comments, and we'll take these questions, because joining me right now is Gajendra Kothari. Gajendra Kothari is a certified financial planner. He's also MD and CEO at Ertica Wealth Management. And we've had several conversations in the past about personal finance. So very happy to have him here right now. Gajendra, good evening. And I can see that you're home and you're safe, and I'm happy to note that. Are insurance companies following this instruction from the IRDA, in your opinion?
So whatever I'm hearing so far, Faye, is that they are in a way following it, because these are, of course, exceptional times. These are times when insurance companies are not looking for that kind of profit. But yes, they will be following everything, whatever IRDA said, but in the terms and conditions of the policy. So if you have taken a policy where your policy allows you a sharing room, then you have to go under that rule only. And whatever caps are already there as a part of the policy, that would all apply. So the terms and conditions of the policy would apply as it is. It's just that COVID-19 would be covered like any other disease in that policy.
Right. So is there a reason, let's assume I'm concerned right now, is there any sort of reason for me to be concerned about whether or not the hospital bills will be paid by my insurance company?
See, the only thing you should be concerned, Faye, is that what is the amount of your coverage? Most Indians I have seen, the coverage amount is too low, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, or maybe at the most 5 lakhs in a metro city. So if you're being hospitalized in a private hospital and there the expenses go beyond 5 lakhs, that is where you start seeing hole in your pockets. So that is something you need to be worried about. What is the extent of your coverage, and if you already had another claim in last 1 year with regarding your policy, which means you will have only that much amount left, in case a COVID claims comes up.
So here's the thing, and there are different categories to treatment for COVID. So if one has tested positive but is asymptomatic, so I have no symptoms, there's actually no hospitalization. They put you in a quarantine facility, which is a government quarantine facility. Let's assume there are individuals who don't want to stay in that government quarantine facility, but they want a better private facility. Will that be covered by insurance?
Again, Faye, what the terms and conditions say is that it has to be a registered medical hospital or something which is registered by the government, under the act. It can't be a private hotel for sure. They are not going to cover that for sure. But if it's a decent hospital and it is covered under the normal thing, then it will be covered. So home quarantine is definitely not covered in this. Any expenses on home quarantine is not part of this deal. So it has to be hospital pay, as far as what I'm reading.
All right. Also, what sort of impact do you believe this is going to have on health insurance going forward? Because obviously, this will be an inordinate number of claims for a health insurance company. When insurance companies price the policies, they make a sort of probability calculation, saying we have these many lakhs of customers. Based on probability, 1,000 of them are likely to get sick, so this is the kind of money that's going to go out. That probability is going to go out the window, and they're obviously going to get a lot more claims. Does this mean that health insurance is going to be much more expensive for all of us starting next year?
Yes. In fact, as we speak, I've already got mail from one of the largest insurance companies that they have increased the premium by 20-30%, going forward in another month or so. So you're very right that, this COVID case has been a threshold in the industry. All the all the pricings will be now revisited, and definitely you should brace for a 15-20% hike from next year onwards in your policies.
Right, a 15-20% hike. And if I do get tested positive and I receive treatment, Will my policy continue as normal, or will there be a change in my coverage? Will I still be able to buy insurance after that?
So it might be a little difficult because every new policy has already started coming out with a separate COVID-19 questionnaire, which is a very detailed one, which all countries you've traveled, anybody in your family being affected. So I think a whole lot of scrutiny would be now, a part of this new policies. So if any person has had any family member being a COVID patient, or he had traveled to any of these countries, then it will be very difficult. I mean, I would say, it won't be that easy actually. A lot of further tests or integrations might happen before they give you the policy.
Right,
So the
and of
companies have
course,
become extra cautious now.
yes. And of course, the other question is payment of premium. Now, luckily, a lot of people would have had their premium due in, say, January, February, March, so that would have already been paid for the year. But for people who've received pay cuts or who are going to perhaps get laid off, and it's a reality, we'll see a lot of that. Do you expect insurance companies to give a premium sort of grace period, saying that, okay, if your payment is due in the next 3 months, then we'll give you a grace period?
So again, there has been a circular by IRD on this one where the premiums can be scattered over the year, can be paid in monthly installments or quarterly or half yearly. So all insurance companies will have to comply by this. They can't enforce the normal way. So if anybody who has received the annual premium renewal reminder, he or she can write back to the company saying that, look, I'm not in a position to pay, and would like to pay through the monthly route or quarterly route. And even in some cases, I've seen grace, Faye, they are giving grace period of 15 days and 30 days. But it depends from company to company. There's no fixed, rule set by IRD on this one.
So, can a customer write to the company saying that, listen, I know my policy is due, but I'd like a grace period?
Yes. This is very well within his right now, because IRD is very well clarified that you have to give this option to all the investors or customers.
I should also ask you this. When we talk about insurance policies and we talk about our payments right now, there are again a lot of people who use insurance policies as investments. If I'm not able to pay the premium on a policy that is an investment, what do I do? Do I continue that investment? Do I pull my money out? What do I do?
So I'm assuming, Faye, you're talking about this as a life insurance policies, right?
Yes.
Because
yes.
normally health insurances are all indemnity policies.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So in case of life insurance policies, I've also seen companies are giving extensions, of 1 month or 2 months. But in case if you're not able to pay the premiums further on those policies, I think it's better to check with the insurance company, because sometimes what happens, you've already paid for 5, 6, 7 years, and now if you're not paying, all those hard works, all those years of patience will go away in just one go. So write to them, see what offer they can give you, or if you have other investments, try to liquidate them, because insurance generally is a long-term contract, and if you get out in between, the losses can be huge. So it all depends on case by case, but I would normally try to suggest that continue the policy and talk to the insurance company if possible for extension of premiums.
The other thing that has been worrying me is that if there are a large number of our audience, large number of working Indians who rely on their employer's insurance policy. So you know that it covers your senior citizens' parents, which is otherwise a very expensive policy to buy, covers your whole family because your office gives you an insurance policy. We are all, without exaggeration, at some risk of losing our jobs in the next 3-4 months. Is it okay to continue to depend on our office health insurance policy?
Very good question, Faye. In fact, this is high time. I would suggest all viewers and all those there watching this that don't be overly dependent on your company policies, because most of the time, Faye, even these are given by companies. We don't understand what is the coverage. We just only know that the company is covering us. We don't go into nitty-gritties. We don't go into details. Could there be waiting periods? Whether this covers our family or not, and to what is the coverage amount? And you have to all remember, if this is a freebie by your company, the company is, will be giving you a very basic minimum cover, maybe 2 lakhs or 3 lakh. they're not going to cover you for 20 or 30 lakhs kind of thing. So don't rely on this. At least you should have a standby cover of 5 lakhs, I would say. And if you're in between jobs, or if you have a risk of losing your job in this kind of cases, at least you have some cover to fall back on, and 5 lakh is a good cover. And I would now like to suggest that, IRD has come out with this standard policy called Arogya Sanjeevani, which is in a way low cost and standard policies available across insurance companies. I think this is a good policy to start with, if you want basic coverage. But if you want far more higher add-ons and better facilities, then you can go for the customized policies available from each insurance company. But at least 5 lakh of basic coverage you should have on your own, and let company policy be an extension of your original policy.
So if I have only a company policy right now, is this a good time to go out and buy a policy right away online as fast as I can?
Right away. Yes, as fast as you can. Because right now, we are lucky if we don't have this virus right now. But again, even if you bought this policy, there may be a 15-day or 30-day waiting period before this may kick in. So you have to be careful, because if it is a new policy, the companies are generally a little skeptical if you were to get virus in 15, 20 days, because they may suspect that, it was an old case and you just bought the policy for this purpose. So buy as soon as possible while you can do it. And at least it will give you a lot of peace of mind, if not anything else.
Right. So buy a health insurance policy as quickly as you can if the only one that you have right now is the one that your office gives you. Because like I said, none of us know if you're going to have those jobs in about 3 months. How high should I go for an insurance policy? Is 1 lakh enough? Is 3 lakhs enough as a cover? Is 15 lakh enough as a cover?
In fact, I started now believing that health insurance has become a lifestyle product. It's not about the disease or cure you go for. It's about the lifestyle, which hospital you're going. They're like 5-star hotels. And within these hospitals, you have categories. You have now something called packages for each illness, for each cure, So you have to choose the package for bypass or for whatever, even for COVID. And I would not be surprised if they have now 4 different packages for COVID treatments as well. So you have to choose, what is your lifestyle, basis on your lifestyle, you can choose the coverage. But at least in metro cities for a family health insurance, I would say 10 lakhs should be the minimum coverage. If somebody is living in any of these 6-7 metros, 10 lakhs should be the minimum, and ideally should be between 15 to 20 lakhs should be the coverage.
All right, so we have a couple of questions that are coming in. If you would be so kind as to take them. Zubair Rafi has written in saying, is there surety of our money if we invest it now? I'm assuming he means a ULIP or an insurance investment. You want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. So I think, this is a pure investment, Zubair. ULIP investment is nothing but investment in a scheme where your money goes into markets and some part buys you insurance. So I'm assuming you're talking about a life insurance and not a health insurance product. So this is a usual policy. You don't have to worry about losing your money. Of course, if the market goes down, then to that extent your money comes down. But over the longer term, you will still make money. So there's no issue with that. But that policy won't cover your COVID, related cases. Mind it, because this is a normal life insurance product.
Right. So remember to actually show the difference, to see the difference between your health insurance policy and your life insurance policy. There's a complete difference there. So first takeaway is, if you don't have health insurance right now, you must get it. Buy it online if you have to. If the only health insurance policy you have is the one that your office is giving you, please buy a different policy. And Gajendra, like I said earlier, policies to insure our senior citizen parents become very expensive. Does it make sense to go out and buy separate policies for them, or should they be clubbed in with the rest of the family in one policy?
Yeah, so again, it's $1 million question, which I get all the time. So my normal advice is, nowadays, the insurance policies for senior citizens have become so expensive that it might be out of bounds for many common people, So just to give you an idea, a 65-year-old, both mother and father would be, the range would be in the range of 40,000, 50,000 or 70,000 premium, which is very unaffordable for many people. So I would suggest that if your parents are healthy, if they're below 60, go as soon as possible, buy them. Again, many of these companies, with this Arogya Sanjeevani policy, I think at least the premiums would be standardized and would be quite nominal. But if if your parents have any kind of illnesses, be it diabetic or hypertension, then the premium goes up and it becomes quite expensive. So in that case, you have to take a call. Is it worth buying it, or should I create a medical fund separately? In fact, many of the investors have started doing this. They, rather than paying 70,000 premium, they've started the medical fund, and every year they park this amount in a fund. So if there is any eventuality which comes up, they can use this fund for that purpose.
Well, actually, then the decision really is that if you're putting money aside for medical treatment, would it be better utilized, say, in equity, where you're not dipping into it in an emergency, and that's really something that every individual financial planner can tell you specific to your family. It's difficult to answer really as a group. Other questions that Sujit has written in: some hospitals are asking for deposits for the ICU. Is that covered under health insurance? Gajendra?
Yeah. Sudeep, so many hospitals, just to be sure, they would like to, there's a lot of lag between the time the insurance companies give you, they're okay that, you can go ahead. So you may have to initially deposit 1 lakh, 2 lakh, depending on the kind of treatment you're going for. And then when the acceptance comes over, then they refund you back this amount. Just to share, Faye, for the audience, IRD has also suggested that any issue which any claim which is coming due to coronavirus COVID-19 has to be approved within 2 hours. Companies can't take more time beyond 2 hours, so they have to approve it as quickly as possible. So you should follow with the company to get it as soon as possible, so that you don't have to bear this amount from your pocket.
Yes. Very quickly, another question from Ravi Yadav: does term insurance cover COVID-19? So obviously there's a difference between life insurance and health insurance here. Gajendra?
Yes. So, Faye, you rightly suggested that, health insurance is something that people should definitely go for. So that should be the first thing. And second thing should be that we all should go for term insurance again as soon as possible. And this is right time, because any deaths, even happening because of COVID, will be taken care by this kind of insurance. But if you're going now for this term insurance, companies, again, as I said, will have a separate questionnaire for this. In fact, March end, I went for another 5 crore cover. I already had another few policies of term insurance, so I want to top it up. And this is a good time to go for term insurance, because in another 1 month's time, a lot of insurance companies are going to jack up the rates, because right now, anyway, in our country, term insurance is very cheap. So this is a good time to lock in the term insurance rates before they go up. And so just go out online and check out what are the prices and buy it as soon as possible. The only thing may happen is that, the medicals may not happen because of the lockdown, but if you've paid the premium and if everything comes clean, even after lockdown, when the medical happen, your insurance will be live from that day onwards then. But go ahead and do it right away.
Correct. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much, Gajendra, for being part of this conversation. And I'm sure if our audience has more questions, you'll be kind enough to come back and answer those questions for us. Gajendra Kothari there, is a very respected personal finance advisor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Faye.
All right, so to our viewers who are watching, this video will obviously be up on our YouTube page. Share it with people you feel will have use of this information, and remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so the next time we're going live, when we go live fairly often, you'll find out about it. Thanks for watching.